got the live stream. For all our viewers out there, give them a shout
yeah,
out.
let me pull that up. That way I can say hi to Casey.
There you go. Well, you can figure that out. Well, we introduce you to the CouncilCast in episode 127, being recorded on June 23rd, 2020. The council is now in session, and as with every week, we will make arbitrary decisions about topics on science, technology, and random shit.
Random shit?
With little background and next to no expertise.
Is it our random shit theme song?
Yeah, it is now.
What is?
Ba-da-ba-ba-da.
All CouncilCast decisions are final and have no bearing on anything whatsoever. If you would like, if you'd like to join us live, you can tune in to us on YouTube. If you have a suggestion for what our theme song should be, we'll certainly take that as well. No guarantee we'll use it.
Oh, definitely not. We
Not going to happen.
Actually, maybe that should be a thing. Maybe if you send in an example of a theme song, we'll play it no matter what it is, and then we'll
no matter
decide on it
what.
later.
And
Well,
then
we'll
when
take part
our
of it no matter
and then
what.
when our YouTube video gets shut down for copyright infringement, we'll just start up a new one.
It'll be
When our channel gets shut down for copyright infringement, we'll just start up a new one.
you can't silence the council.
Scott Michael's paper company. We'll call everyone's paper company.
Well, you know, what you don't have to worry about is if you were to accidentally jump into a different timeline, because CERN has approved a bigger and harder super collider.
I think you mean a bigger and hadrer.
Do I?
Ew.
It is going to smash particles together that are much harder than the old one.
Where are they just going to build it? Where are they building a completely new one, or are they like expanding on the one they've got?
So according to what they're talking about here, it is going to be a brand new one.
Wow.
And it's going to be, what did they say, 100 kilometers or 62 miles in circumference.
Oh wow.
Holy crap! How big is the current one?
The LHC is currently 27 kilometers. So
Yikes.
it's 4 times bigger.
What are they
And
going to
so-
try to find with this guy?
They're calling it the Higgs factory. So they're expecting to be able to just like generate all sorts of Higgs bosons.
How much closer to this? How many more C's are they able to squeeze out with one this size?
For Waldos.
For what?
We're looking for Waldo.
Oh. It doesn't say how many they're supposed to. They're just talking about how much.
But that's the energy. That's the entire point, right? The bigger
Yeah.
you go, the more C's you can squeeze out.
It's supposed to be 100. I don't know what this unit is.
Teleelectron
volts.
Wow, is that a lot, Matt?
It's a shitload.
Perspective for me, Matt.
Could you put it into perspective for me? Because, I mean, I get that it's 4 times larger, but I really don't understand.
Damn.
Can you give me more?
No. That's all the perspective you need.
I get it now.
You know, why don't you just wait a little bit and see what happens? It might generate a black hole for you.
Black hole.
Oh, I used to get those all the time in high school, and they're like mostly on my nose.
No, that's a black eye.
No, that's a black head.
Hey, don't be racist.
Ouch.
Not a good time, Dad.
But yeah, so they don't
So this
actually
thing-
have. They're just seeking money right now. They approved a plan. They don't have any. They apparently it's going to cost them $23 billion to do it. So.
Yeah, I'm going to build a moon base 4 times larger than the last one. Well, when I get the funding, I am.
Well, yeah, why not? Why don't you build a moon base 4 times bigger than the moon instead?
When I get the funding, absolutely.
So yeah, so CERN, maybe they'll be able to turn this on, get this approved, get some money, make some Higgs, make some C's.
So this thing will be able to do time travel? Is that what you were saying, Blaine?
I mean, I don't think it's outside of the realm of possibility. They do talk about it being the Future Circular Collider, the FCC. So, that to me sounds like it could make you go into the future.
I like the sound of
What?
that.
That doesn't make any sense.
You heard it here first. The Future Circular Collider is going to make you go into the future.
Back to the future?
Nope, just into the future. Every second you wait will be one more second into the future that you
Holy
can go.
shit. That's crazy, man.
Wow.
Wow.
But
Just wow.
I'm going to say thumbs
so
up.
what
'cause
does
I'm
this have
always-
to do with the blackheads that I had in high school, though?
I say thumbs up because I'm always thumbs up for projects that are 4 times bigger than the last one that haven't been funded yet.
And if it's a
Why
government
not make it
project,
100 times bigger if you don't have the money for it yet?
Gotta.
I mean, come on, let's dream big
What is
here.
this?
It's because
What is
they're
this? A
building
school for
two of them.
ants? It has to be at least 3 times the size.
It's going to go all the way around the planet twice.
Whatever you say, Mr. Zoolander.
They're building 2 of them. You can build it for twice the price.
Twice
Hey,
the price.
There you go.
This sounds cool. I wasn't paying attention very closely, but some people were thumbs upping it, so I will also do that.
Thumbs up.
I
For
have no idea what we're talking about. Thumbs up.
I give it a thumbs up for if they can make a black hole. I'll give it a try.
Yeah, man.
Finding out.
I got
more
lost
about-
during Interstellar. So how do you expect me to track this?
So did Matthew McConaughey.
Ayo.
Didn't you get a future Academy Award for that?
Future and past.
Past President, Future Academy Award winner Matthew McConaughey for his
It's
role,
Right
yeah,
on.
it's
for his time
the
travel role.
it's the only thing harder to get than the EGOT.
It's the past President, Future.
Yep.
Oh man.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, maybe if you don't want to build a new collider, you might be able to just sign up for Starlink and get faster internet. Probably cheaper than
think?
$23 billion.
I like the idea of faster internet.
Not much.
Is it going to be faster than
No.
my gigabit speed internet?
How fast
No.
will it be? Do we know?
I thought they were talking about it being gig up, gig down.
Really?
Gig.
Square.
Well, if
I'm
I'd
looking
known
up the word gig.
Yeah, they are designing
Oh,
it
yeah.
to offer up to 1 gigabit per second.
Wow. Is that fast, Matt?
It's real goddamn fast, Brian.
But how fast is it?
Stop.
I think he already said. He made it quite clear.
It's actually pretty. I mean, it's pretty fast for residential. That's what I have. If
Hey,
you wanted to go ham, then I could be like, "Hey, MediaCom, drop a 10 gig line to my house." But the hell would I do with that?
I
Would
have
they
some
have to, like,
ideas.
Play on your
Drop new fiber.
PS4 in every
or-
room in your house.
Okay.
Play
Well,
Fortnite.
Learn anything about
Play
it.
Fortnite with no lag.
If it's just a fatter pipe, your lag wouldn't be any better, unless they offer better latencies on business connection.
They'd better. It's pretty expensive.
They don't.
Actually, you could just host
Um,
the Fortnite server in your house.
The
In which
business
case-
connections at MediaCom actually go to the same support line as the general. So
Fucking hilarious.
Nice.
I would be super livid if I were a business user paying for that.
I mean, you're just paying for the static IP and supposedly higher uptime, but if the residential goes down, the business goes down as well. So you're paying more for the residential.
Nice.
That's
Welcome
crazy.
to MediaCom.
You know what's also great is when the power goes out in your city and the internet doesn't come back up because the network centers also got the power off.
But if you had Starlink, you would still
Starlink.
have internet if the power went out, unless your
Mm,
base station goes out. You need a battery backup for that, but then you're good.
then you're
Get
good.
a UPS or your modem and your router, and you've still got internet. That's perfect. And
That
then,
is actually pretty perfect. I do like the sounds of being able to have internet even when there's nothing you can do on the internet.
you could have your phone or
You
your
play
mobile
Fortnite.
devices. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
play Fortnite on your laptop
On your own
Or-
internal server.
or on your your iPad.
Who are you playing against? Myself.
So,
Yep.
so Starlink is apparently opening up invites, or all kind of invites, but you can sign up to receive news and potentially be included in their beta.
Cool.
Hmm.
I just signed up.
Nice.
Signed up too.
Wait, is this in the article? I'll go sign up.
It's the first thing in the article.
It's
It
the
is
only
the
thing in the article.
Oh, are they
It's
going
the
to
only thing
sell
in
my,
the
are they
article.
going to use my information and sell it?
They
That's
probably
Just your
will.
email.
Cool.
That's how they're going to pay for Starlink.
Yep. I signed up just to make sure that my junk mail on Gmail is way more than it is now.
It's maxed out. Oh, hello.
I gotta make sure that my junk mail filter is working, so I'll sign up for
That's
it.
right. So
I'll sign up with
for it.
my junk mail email.
Also, post that link into the stream chat so people watching can click on the link to get their own invite sent out.
Yeah, that'll be fun. If we do it together with our listeners, we all sign up at the same time. That'd be like a shared experience.
Hey, listeners,
go.
here's the link in the description.
Ready? 1, 2,
Or in
3,
the
sign
chat.
up.
Logan, we lost you.
I got a no reply
We got to
from Starlink.
system. If
Hey.
we got to calm down. If we have all of our viewers doing it, guys, we might flood the system.
Anyone ever watched that movie, The Last Starfighter?
Yes,
Yeah,
That was so good.
movie. Yeah.
where he won the video game.
We die. That's it.
He won the video game, right? And then
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that's the one.
He was playing it on Starlink internet. That's how he was
He
able
was.
to acquire it.
The orbiting satellite that communicated with the alien.
Has anybody seen the Starlink chain of satellites? Like gone outside to see him
Yeah.
fly?
Nope.
Mm-mm, I have not.
Yep. I was over at Matt's actually for a bonfire. And we were sitting outside and I look up and I was like, that's not a shooting star. That looks like a satellite. Huh, Matt, check it out, a satellite. Wait, there's another satellite. Wait, there's a whole bunch of satellites. Matt's like, yeah, that's Starlink. And I was like, wait, what
I
is
mean,
this?
I guessed that it was Starlink, and then we
Oh,
looked
you
it up,
knew. Don't be modest.
and then it appeared to be so. I could never
It's
get
the
confirmation.
Starlink constellation, Silas.
Starlink
Had there
constellation.
been a launch recently? Because like
Hold
the first
down
3
from the-
days after a link or after a launch, you can see them spreading out. as it
Yeah,
just
these
flies in a
these
line
were.
through the sky.
It was like I didn't count because we did. I don't know that we saw the first one, but it was many in a row.
Probably, yeah, it was a ton. Like I was able to count, like I was able to see. You'd watch and they were like perfectly spread out, right? And
Mhm.
you'd see, you
And,
look
like,
off in the
in an-
distance, and you're like, that cloud is kind of where they seem to be, like flying. Like they get right past the edge of this cloud, and you could see them. And then you'd watch, and you're like, all right, 3, 2, 1, the next one. And it was pretty awesome to watch.
That's pretty cool.
And then, yeah. And then I complained to Matt about light pollution because of Starlink. There were too many stars in the sky creating light pollution.
That is the problem with being in the city.
Well, I say thumbs up for free internet.
Wait, free?
I don't know what about our explanations made you think it was free.
A weird story, Matt.
I just assumed.
We're controlling story here.
There's no wire attached to my house, so
Free.
has to
Free.
free.
I'm sure it's easy to hack into though if it's not free. So
I'm
I
sure
will
it is.
pay the cable company
Super
back.
easy.
Just type really, really fast on my keyboard until I hack into the system.
you know exactly how hacking works.
That's how
Oh,
it
we got an
works.
expert over here. Careful.
Got it.
Yep. Well, you know what isn't
Type
free
slow,
is
never
a robot dog that you can now buy from Boston Dynamics.
Yes! I've been wanting this so badly. This is the perfect thing. I've been trying to get Kayla to let us get a dog for years. And now, if I tell her, her excuses are always like, but who's going to feed it? And who's going to take it out? And what happens when we leave town? And blah, 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 blah. This dog can literally be packed up in a suitcase or just put away in a closet when we leave town.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it can get up and just hang out with us and love us just like a real dog.
If I spent $74,000 on a dog, that dog would come with me everywhere I go. I would not leave it in my house to be stolen if someone were to go in and break in. It doesn't
If a
attack anybody.
$74,000 dog can't protect itself from being stolen, is it really that good of a boy?
No, it is
If
not.
it would blow up if someone tried to grab it, I would buy the $74,000 dog.
You could make it happen.
Nah.
You know, you can get charged with murder if your dog kills somebody.
Really?
Well, if you have direct control of the device, and in this case, it's technology, so you'd have direct.
Never occurred to me with our dog.
Yeah.
Missy.
Missy's a real attack animal.
Yeah, she is. She scares everyone. Wow, $74,000 for a dog?
I'd buy that.
Name it Spot.
Name it Spot.
So apparently it can only, it weighs about 71 pounds, which is about normal dog weight, I guess, if you got a big dog. But it only runs around for 90 minutes, so, you know, you only can go for a 90-minute walk, and then that's
Thank
about it.
goodness. But
You
all
could take
dogs
itself on a
So it's like-
90-minute walk.
going.
So it's like an old dog. Got it.
45 minutes away and 45 minutes back.
We got about 30 minutes away, and I had to carry the dumb thing back.
That actually happened with a real dog that I was walking one time. So you know what? This
That's
seems
71
like, this
pounds.
seems
Got
like a
heavy
dog.
in a hurry. Wow.
Top speed of 3.5 miles an hour.
I do
So
like it.
It won't be running very quick.
It says that it can apparently handle a payload of up to 30 pounds, so I'm just waiting for somebody to, like, attach a sled to this and then drag, like, a baby around in it or something.
It's a big ass baby.
Well,
Do you think they
The
could win the
sled. The
Iditarod
sled
if?
is most of the weight.
You think they could win the Iditarod if they had enough of these tied together?
If
No,
the
'cause it only
Iditarod
moves
was
at 3
half
mile
a
an hour.
mile.
That would be
Maybe a
crazy to
mile.
see these as sled dogs.
I mean, you'd have to swap them out every 90 minutes, but
You'd have to name one of them Balto.
A bunch of batteries that
Oh,
you
no,
can just
who-
replace.
Let's see, Balto.
They wouldn't have to sleep, so they could just go 24/7 as long as you
good
swap
point.
out batteries.
Now I can't tell as I'm reading this if it's 74,000 fully loaded, or
No,
if it's 74,000 like base model, and there's all this other stuff they're talking about, 3D cameras and all kinds of crazy stuff that are all 15,000, 24,000, 18,000, 29,000. I don't get it.
Can you just like
it's all
can you just
is it
like
hundreds
downgrade
of
those
thousands?
things? Can it just like look around in 720p or something?
so it looks
You know,
like it must have some built-in camera that you can use, that you have to use to control it. So I mean, it's ready to go at 74,000, but you can add the spot cam, which captures spherical images with an optional point, tilt, and zoom camera. So if you wanted to have like not just looking where you're going, then you could pay for an extra camera.
Or a LiDAR camera, or the claw.
The claw's not out yet, it looks like.
Oh.
But it looks like you do have to buy the charger separate. Is that how I understand this?
Wait, what? Why would it not come with a battery charger?
Every good piece of equipment does not come with the charger because they're subscribing to the Apple pay for everything model.
Batteries not included. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Here,
for sure.
I'll click what's included. 2 batteries. Oh no, it does have a charger. Okay.
Phew.
You can buy additional chargers though if you wanted to.
And
Your-
Additional
one
batteries.
Yeah.
really long extension cord for
They should make it so
Let it
like
run
it
around
can
the
return
house.
home like a Zumba and charge on its own. So just like lays down in the battery charger. and
In
charges
the dog
itself.
in its electric dog bed.
like a
Yeah,
Roomba,
it's kinda-
like a Zumba Roomba thing, whatever those little vacuum cleaners are.
You know, to be
Easy.
honest, I'm having a little bit of an issue with
You
what
poop
I would
spreaders?
do with this.
Impress your friends.
Well,
You
when
would-
the arm comes out, you could play fetch.
One thing you wouldn't have to do is you wouldn't have to pick up its poop.
I
Well, all the
also
things-
don't have to do that if I don't own a dog.
I would say there's a lot of things that you wouldn't do with this dog. That's not a great argument. Oh, look at all the things you wouldn't do with this dog. You wouldn't pick up its poop. You wouldn't. I don't know. There's a lot of things you wouldn't do.
It's back and walking around at parties.
Mm. It makes me think of that movie, is it a Mars movie with, and they had some sort of mechanical creature that malfunctioned and was attacking them.
It's lots of movies.
Alien.
No. It was Mars and gosh, what was that one called?
Mars Attacks.
No,
Mission to Mars.
maybe.
The Last
There
Martian.
are a lot of Mars movies.
Mars bars.
Mars
I mean,
bars.
that's
That
a
was
major
it.
plot point in Picard.
So, I mean, I think I clicked on another video that's related to this, and it's a video of Adam Savage creating a rickshaw using the Spotbot, and I'm pretty sure this is like the only use case for this.
What?
Is to make a rickshaw. You know, I give it a thumbs down. We cannot hear Logan.
I have never
He's
really
muted.
liked yellow dogs, so
Logan
What
is
rickshaw?
I like the rickshaw idea. Thumbs up.
I'm going to give it a thumbs.
you can't do sideways.
I give it no thumbs.
no thumbs.
You were the one who was most excited for this.
I was until everyone poo-pooed my ideas.
I'm gonna give it a thumbs up because things look cool.
I like
wanna
how the
see how
free
it
shipping
goes.
is for a limited time only. So you better hurry up and buy it if you want free shipping.
Yes.
Big,
Oh, I
big
just-
money saver. That's
I
that's
was like, wait,
a big money saver there.
now they're gonna start making models that actually poop like real dogs?
Oh,
Also,
Yes.
why can't I just buy it and have it like walk to my house? Why do I have to pay for
Hmm.
shipping?
Are you within 90 minutes?
I would expect for anybody who lives within 90 minutes of wherever they're shipping from that I can just walk to their house.
it should be able to fly to my house.
Makes
Talk
sense.
to Amazon.
You know what? I'm not sure where to go with this next one because I think this is probably Silas's favorite article from the week. Is that Apple is moving their Macs away from Intel to ARM.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
It
You know what that
Your
means?
computer won't overheat and crash.
Will it be faster?
Their ARM processors, they're doing it according to them, not due to price, but because they can squeeze more performance per watt out of their processors than you can get out of the x86 processors.
Yeah, but performance
And-
per watt doesn't matter if your wattage is like 5 watts. What?
Well,
kind
sure,
of
but they're
power are
not
we
gonna
talking
they're not
about?
gonna push out a 5-watt desktop processor.
I hope not.
You never know.
Well, I mean, what kind of
It-
power are we talking about here, though?
And it'll definitely be interesting to see where they take this. I mean,
I don't know, but it says that you can run Rosetta Stone on this.
Do you know what
Rosetta.
Rosetta Stone is?
Crap.
Don't drop the Rosetta Stone on it though.
Ha.
It will break it.
Mac just came. They've been pushing out a lot of. We need to make our computers faster. I just watched they released a new graphics card for the MacBook Pro just within the last week. That they're like, oh look, all of these standard gaming tests to see what the lag is. They're like, it's getting like 72 frames per second, and it's on the MacBook Pro, which is pretty decent without an external graphics card because it has new what was it?
They've got AMD. It's AMD's.
Yeah, isn't it like a
stuff.
5600 variant or something?
Yeah, 5600M or something like that. But it's I'm forgetting the acronym.
It's HBM memory on it.
Is that what it is?
High bandwidth memory.
Yeah.
Got it. They're like, it is twice as fast as the last graphics card in here. Is it really worth an extra $700 though?
Yeah, that's
and I'm
the...
like, for what I'm doing,
also
yes.
Very
Thank you for
power
asking.
hungry. And
oh, I believe that. Oh, hands, yeah. You turn it on. You turn on your computer. They're like, look, it's getting the same graphics performance without being plugged into the wall. They did like this test in this video, and I was like, for how long? Like, yeah, it's getting the same graphics performance for 45 seconds. And then it shuts down because the battery's exhausted. Who knows? I don't know. I'm excited about it.
So they're talking about shipping their first Mac with an ARM processor before the end of this year and completing a full transition within 2. So
they're starting with the Pro line, which I think is unusual.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen.
So wait, what is ARM in comparison to what are you saying?
Your cell phone runs on an ARM-based processor.
Okay.
It's just an architecture, basically. Instruction
So
set.
you remember like PowerPC from back when we were in high school? Intel is an AMD or x86. ARM is typically been a low power
system on a chip type of thing.
Yes, you can add a whole bunch of different modules to it depending on what they want.
Got it.
Yeah. So yeah, your cell phones, most of your cell phones, portable devices, a lot of that stuff is all based on ARM architecture because it's generally been low power and Intel hasn't been able to get there.
They haven't been able to scale it very well to the desktop level speeds within their power envelope without going insane. But Intel has been fucking things up for the last 5 years.
Oh no, what'd they do this time?
Well, they haven't changed their primary architecture since 2014.
If it ain't broke.
That when Skylake came out?
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's been I think 3 years now.
No, it's been
almost.
Well, their 7 nanometer transition is 3 years late at this point.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm curious to see where they are going to be here and how they compete with especially on the high end. I mean, not saying that ARM can't be high powered, but I think that Apple has certainly shown a lot of skill in making good ARM architectures for the processors since they've been doing in-house stuff for the iPad and iPhone lately.
Their iPads and their phones consistently trounce everything.
So what you're saying is they're not going to be on AMD processors, which have been.
They're also x86.
And they're not going to be on Intel processors. They're going to be on their own Apple processors.
Yes,
ARM is licensed from a different company, and they take that base and modify it and create their own silicon.
Yeah, Apple bought a company to do this years ago.
So they designed their own processors themselves.
So they've been doing it for phones and iPads, and now they're going to do it for computers.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, they're going to take and I assume they're going to upscale the processors for their MacBook Pro line and shove them in the MacBook Pros, and you're going to get a shitload of cores and a shitload of performance. at
So
the same
like-
or lower power.
so a laptop now could theoretically, the way that they're designing these, go up to 16 core laptop MacBook Pros.
I have no idea. They haven't said, have they? We'll have to wait till
No.
they do a hardware
I
thing.
mean, some of the high-end Android phones are running 8 cores already. A core doesn't really mean anything
Right.
in. You can't translate 1-to-1 between
Got
an
it.
Intel and an ARM core. But
So they might say it's a 16 core, but it performs the same as a 8 core whatever.
It might
Interesting.
potentially.
and
we-
a lot
until-
of the
Till we can compare apples to apples, we don't know if we like them apples.
Apple.
and there is a lot of promise for the ARM because the latest supercomputer list that came out, the number one supercomputer is currently ARM based. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I saw that too.
that
Yeah,
list came out this week.
yeah. The biggest thing is like Silas said is you can pack a whole bunch of cores in and get a lot of processing power at low because it can do a lot of low powered cores versus just single high powered hot cores. So. I mean, the other thing is here they're going to have a huge software transition. However, with a lot of the stuff that's already been done on the iPad and iOS, basically those apps will work instantly on the new Macs. So
They claim that you can just recompile in Xcode with the new version, but
When
see
are
how
they
that actually
releasing this?
first one should ship this year.
dev kits were sent out this week.
Interesting.
Office.
So I just
and Adobe
bought a new, because of the whole debacle with my iMac.
Mhm.
I ended up getting it returned,
Nice.
and
Did you get a
well,
Windows machine?
nope, I got a MacBook Pro. But what you're telling me now is that if I wait another 6 months, I could
No.
get
Mm,
a MacBook
In
Pro
6
that'll be.
in 6 months, Silas, you'll have a new MacBook Pro with this new processor that has not been proven or tried, and none of the bugs have been worked out of it. And so
None of your software will work.
And the software is going to be
crash.
That's
lagging
not accurate.
behind.
The software he's going
In
to use
a year
will
and
work.
a half, you'll be able
I
to
don't
get
know
one
what
of
he's
these with
using.
all of the bugs worked out and
He's-
software available, and your
If
current
it's-
MacBook Pro will be
If it's
probably
all,
burning up by then.
yeah, it will all go to hell in a handbasket, I'm sure. The
I think
software
what
that
they're
I'm using is already built specific, like they've
Adobe
built.
and Microsoft have known about this for a long time. Like they like Adobe already has their shit running on it.
Oh, if you're doing
Natively.
Creative Suite, yeah, okay.
That's the only. Or if I work up the gumption to switch to Final Cut Pro, it's Apple based and it will work automatically. So
I think what they're saying is in 6 months your computer will be
Obsolete.
outdated, obsolete.
perfect.
And
still
6 months
wouldn't
after
get a
that,
first
that
gen.
one will be obsolete. And 6 months after that, that one will be obsolete.
The biggest thing I see is like the Airs. The MacBook Air can do a lot with these cores because they're usually
It
lower
actually be
power.
a usable computer.
Yeah, compared to the current ones, which they don't have the proper thermals.
Usually crash when I just try and check my email.
I am kind of curious if Apple is backing themselves into a corner here a little bit and potentially limiting their market availability by doing this, but I guess time will tell.
I mean, it's
it
Apple,
can-
right?
It completely depends upon how tough it is to make software that you write for x86 stuff. Like
Right.
whether it's hard to make it run on their stuff.
Yeah, and how well Xcode can
And-
compile it. for-
And like if performance of the software isn't the biggest deal ever, then that might be different from having to optimize for it running on the architecture, like and compiling specifically rather than like letting their automatic shit take care of it and all that junk. Because anytime you introduce a layer, that's just a whole nother fucking thing, right? So, I mean, it's a whole other undertaking for Adobe to now maintain two product lines, one for ARM shit and one for x86 shit.
Yeah.
Same for everybody else. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
They claim that
It-
Xcode will just do it for you automatically for you, but how good it actually
If this ends up
compiles
meaning
for
that they can squeeze out a shitload more performance, like, I mean, that will be a driving factor.
Oh yeah.
Like, if it makes it so that Silas can, instead of taking a minute to compile a video, it takes 5 seconds, then like that's enough for Adobe to push the software.
and everybody will switch back.
Right.
Yep.
We'll
I
see what
couldn't have
happens.
said it
I give
better
a thumbs up for
myself.
trying.
The
Trying
creative
something different.
content, the professional and creative content creators that use Macs will completely determine like how this is going to end up, and to a secondary degree. Like MacBook Pros are one of the most used development machines too. Like development shops everywhere use them. Like we use them completely. I know other places use them completely, and a lot of that comes down to like my first question was, how's Docker going to run on it? Will that work fine? Like, are we going to have to switch off of Macs for dev machines? And I don't know the answer to those questions yet. But it's not like, I mean, Apple has a bajillion engineers. It's not like they haven't thought of this, right? Like, we're not the only brains sitting here thinking about this. They've already thought of these problems.
We might be the only
Well,
ones.
and they are talking about having reviving. They call it the Rosetta brand to help do some of that translation and emulation as well. So
Mm.
Yeah,
It
but some
may
of that's
not
going to come
work
down
great,
to
but-
that not working to the fullest extent is fine when it's software that doesn't require ridiculous performance.
right.
But if I can't dev with Docker shit on my Mac and have it be representative of what it's like to run those containers in production, the entire point is defeated. Like that is why that is one of the major reasons you use Docker, is so that what you're doing locally is representative of what you're doing in production.
Well, we'll see what happens. I give them a thumbs up for giving it a try. Why not?
I do too. Thumbs up.
I'm very, very
Thumbs up for
interested
Mac.
to see these things.
Down for Mac.
I really, really want to see some performance numbers on like what Adobe looks like running on the shit, on like what, like on the hardware that they're gonna push in their MacBook Pro line. Like, have they said like they're gonna keep doing Intel Macs for a while? I would
2 years.
guess that the Mac Pro is going to be one of the last things to switch
No,
over.
It is the first.
It is the
Mac-
first thing.
They are releasing an ARM-based Mac Pro this year.
Holy shit! Expect that thing. I'm throwing it out there.
I think that they're doing it in the 13-inch MacBook Pro, though, right? Not the 16-inch.
No, we're talking about Mac Pro, not MacBook Pro.
Oh, the Mac
Oh.
Pro.
so
Mac
they have
Pro,
said,
they don't give a shit about the Mac Pro.
wait. Wait,
What are we
wait, Dave.
talking?
Are you telling me that they're releasing a Mac Pro first or a MacBook Pro first?
MacBook Pro first.
Okay, well,
Ah.
fuck. You almost just blew my mind. I'm saying that the Mac Pro will probably be the last thing to move.
Well, yeah, because that's the last thing they'll ever update. They've updated it once in the past
Right.
8 years.
Right.
Well,
but
the
if-
whole purpose behind the Mac Pro was that anyone
And
can
they're-
take it and update it on their own, and
But
add
if
in all
they
the
can
stuff.
take
on there.
that,
$100
but if they can
casters.
take that thing and put like just
A
a
billion
block
cores,
of
yeah.
processors on it, like, and
That's
cool it with the current cooling, like like a block that, like, can you imagine like they're gonna come out and announce something just fucking stupid for that thing? It's gonna be like 256 cores.
256
Actually-
cores. It can process things in a 15th of a millisecond teraflop. Did the parcel run in 4.6 seconds?
Can you build your own ARM PC? That's a dumb way to phrase that. Can you build your own ARM computer from scratch if you want to, without using something like a Pi-like or a Arduino-like thing? I mean, like, can you buy a board and buy an ARM processor, drop a processor in there, and get it all set up yourself?
I honestly have no idea.
I've never looked it up. I've never
I mean,
tried.
You could license.
You
the-
can-
the
you can buy-
architecture
You can
and
buy
then-
ARM on a board.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
don't
get
know if
those.
you can.
And places like and providers like Amazon, you can run ARM workloads in EC2. They
Yeah.
have ARM
They're,
servers.
isn't the new Amazon instance ARM based, like their
Mm.
own internal developed? I think so.
Community.arm.com. How can I learn to build my own computer with ARM processors? I found it, you guys.
ARM.
It's a forum, so it's going to be the best information.
Oh no.
It starts off with, "Hi,
No,
dears.
Mostly my
I'm
question
looking for a
was.
book explained how to make a computer by using ARM core
No.
processors."
My question was, can I go to like
So
Newegg and buy an ARM motherboard?
it looks like you can, in fact, buy off-the-shelf ARM-based microcontrollers and ARM-based processors, but you probably have to get very specific. Like, you have to talk to somebody who is already making these things. So, for example, Kyle, KEIL.com.
I thought you were just going to say my buddy Kyle's can help
My
you out.
buddy Kyle, he knows what's up.
I know a guy. I know a guy that can help you out.
Welcome. My name is Christopher Seidel.
Well,
I mean, I would say that the biggest thing is, like, the easiest way to do this is to pick a system on a board, right? That's already pre-built.
True, yeah.
But that's not well, I mean, it is, or else I wouldn't make it. I was just curious whether, because there's obviously not a huge community out there just building a tower up that does ARM.
going back to the AWS, the Graviton processors are custom built by Amazon.
That's not surprising. I mean, when you're talking about places like that, they're squeezing every last microsecond out of their hardware and software.
They're
Yeah, it looks like
was
somebody may be able to make stuff, but you're probably going to be down in the depths of who knows what to try and find find a processor.
So what you're telling me is if I learned how to make these, I could be very rich.
yes.
I don't see how.
No.
Why not? If I built my own ARM processor that could, do my taxes real fast or whatever.
Or play solitaire really fast.
Do you think I could build it in PowerPoint?
Build it in PowerPoint.
I bet you could build it in Minecraft.
You probably could, actually, honestly, though.
Hey,
I still
It would be
use
massive
Paint.
and be hard
Would
to
that
use.
work?
hey, Silas. Hey, Silas. Hey, Silas. ARM process this.
Mhm.
Oh, neat. I like that.
Huh.
Yeah, thumbs up for Apple.
Oh my God! Look at this. Top comment 7 hours or top post 7 hours ago on /r/ARM. Has anyone ever tried to develop an upgradable, expandable ARM system in a similar way to how PCs are?
Everyone wants to know.
Question of the day. What do we got, guys? All our viewers are depending on us.
Well, I'm sure somebody's probably trying to figure out how can they make a Hackintosh work on ARM processors now. So
Yeah, rip Hackintoshes.
Yeah, no shit.
you actually just have to buy Windows RT and that's it.
That's how they make it work.
Oh fuck.
Boot camp, right?
I mean, that makes boot camp. That's all you got to do.
Well,
Yeah,
hopefully,
Boot Camp would go away then, probably.
That's how I fix a Mac. I just use boot camp.
I think Windows or Microsoft is just going to come out with a Windows ARM version, and you can just buy that for Mac.
They do have an ARM version.
Yeah,
Well, they'll
there's
sell
a
it
Windows
as a
10 ARM
standalone,
branch.
or they'll just have it built into Windows 10. That'd be pretty interesting.
I'm curious to see. Like, my biggest question is whether this is them about to ditch their power users. Like, do they just not care? Like, a big portion of their business are the creative types that do shit and like actually produce content, which requires a decent amount of power. But maybe they think they can make more money just reducing power usage and making the battery life stupid.
I mean,
No, they probably will just want to make it thinner.
Yeah, that too.
well, up until the new
Oh,
Mac
man.
Pro, they had been bleeding those people all anyway because like the trash can Mac was a joke when it first came out, and it took
Still
them forever to
is.
update the Mac Pro. And now the new Mac Pro, you can spend $300 on casters if you want.
And who doesn't want? Am I right? Those casters are sick.
Yes. So you can ride it around like a pony.
$50 maybe. $300 no.
If they can't allow me to sit on the top of my Mac Pro and ride it around, it's not worth it.
You are more than welcome to do that. They do not guarantee the structural integrity of said Mac while sitting on it, but you are more than welcome to ride it around like a pony.
Crazy, guys.
You know what's crazy is people's brains. We're gonna move on
They
to
are
the next
crazy.
story here. But apparently, there's a man who apparently can't read numbers and instead sees squiggly lines. Hopefully, this guy is not the one doing the performance testing for the new ARM-based Macs.
Like that squiggly line is better than the other squiggly line I saw, so we're gonna go with this one.
He's the guy working for NASA doing all the calculations to make sure that the docking bays connect correctly.
He must have been.
He's probably working for Boeing.
What happens? What happens when
SLS.
the optometrist is like number 1, number 2, number 1, and number 2? I had an optometrist one time. Instead of saying number 1 or number 2, he went A or B, and I was like, can we go back to number 1 or number 2? I've been doing that for 33 years. Let's just stick with that.
But yeah, anyway, this guy apparently can't discern numbers. Any number 2 through 9, if you were to show it to him, he apparently cannot. His brain cannot recognize it as a number.
2 through 9?
Yeah,
What about 1 and 0? What's special about those?
I guess those are fine.
His brain works in binary.
Would one of those have they tried different fonts?
It sounds like they have. It depends on kind of the printing and the color that it's printed on. And if you look at the article, the interesting thing is that they showed him the number 8, and they had him draw what he actually saw. And the image he saw, I mean, to be honest, it looks like a pair of boobs to me. But
Is it? But the guy.
Funny, that's what the number 8 looks like to me normally.
Is it that he can't process the numbers? Like, does he understand the concept of numbers? Like, he can count and he knows how many things are?
Yes.
Yes.
He's in his 60s, and this happened he started getting this
Pulling
in
everybody's leg.
2011. He was diagnosed with a degenerative brain disorder.
You guys keep talking like I'm not in the room. This is a real thing.
So
Oh my god.
it's almost like the center of the brain that stored the recognition of these numbers has degenerated.
So he's having okay. So somebody asked some of these questions. Can he write the numbers from memory? Does he remember what they look like? And somebody said that yes, he remembers what they look like. It's just like somebody asked him to like draw what you see now, and he drew it, and it's not even. Yeah, this guy could probably just make some really wicked art.
I mean, he can still do math and knows what numbers are and understands them.
I wonder. I wish they would show other letters, because I mean, it looks like he thinks the letter 8 is animal, the Muppet.
Kinda. That's like if your 3-year-old were drawing animal.
And apparently he can still recognize the uppercase B, but
8
number
is no
8
good.
But 8 is outright.
What?
Yeah,
I mean,
this is just weird.
Numbers, and some smell like gasoline, and others smell like pink strawberries.
When you look at numbers,
Yeah.
see, that does not surprise me about you, Logan.
When you see regular prime numbers, they smell like strawberries, and when you see double prime numbers, they smell like gasoline.
All right, Willy Wonka.
and it
What's
has
that,
something to do with
Big
the
Bang?
shape. You can also recognize Roman numerals.
So yeah,
That's-
I
so
think you're right, Silas. I think he's binary.
He can only count in he just processes numbers in binary now.
And you say, instead of saying you basic, you say you binary.
Wow.
That was a Matt joke. Matt, are you still with us?
Yeah, I liked that joke.
this I can't imagine how how would you do anything with
You
numbers? You can't. I mean, and it sounds like so he's looking
Wait,
at
how
these
old is
things,
he?
and it's not that one letter equals a certain pattern. It's different every time he looks at it too. So it's like, how would you ever know what numbers you're looking at? Like, could you imagine trying to look at your phone and dial? I mean, I guess if you memorized what phone the digits were, but say you're driving down a street looking for a house number, like, what house would you stop at?
Good question.
You would just
Use
hope that the
Google.
house number was 101.
10101.
There you go.
Well, thumbs up for that guy, letting people explore his brain for science.
I give it a thumbs up for being weird. That's crazy.
I really have no reason, but thumbs up.
Dope.
Film
Dope.
for controversy.
Thumbs up for controversy.
Well, what's not controversial is the fact that Polaroid is still around. Who doesn't want to have more instant photographs? And now they've come up with a device that allows you to instantly
Don't
print
answer that.
photographs from your phone.
I think this is really cool.
It's a Polaroid app. It's a Polaroid attachment for your phone.
Yes.
It's so that you can take your phone and the pictures on your phone
Print
and
them
print
instantly.
them in a very expensive way, one at a time. I love it.
And they
It's
probably
genius.
look like garbage. Like, if you've
They
used
look
any
like
of those other
Polaroids.
new Polaroids cameras, they're
This
absolutely
isn't
garbage.
real. Let me go click on the link. This isn't real.
It is. It's amazing.
Well, Gizmodo.
And it's not going to be that expensive. It's only $130. It'll be available in October. So, if you ever wanted to say, shit, I wish I could print this photo from my phone, like, right now, you can now do it.
I think this is dumb.
This is Polaroid really reaching. How do we make our product relevant again?
I think you know what
Go
Polaroid should have
back
done.
30 years.
Polaroid should have just left Polaroid as Polaroid. That's how they make it relevant, because everything old is new. And if you have a Polaroid camera and you're taking a picture and it comes right out, you have to shake it to make it develop or whatever. People would still be buying that thing.
I mean, they're
Shaking the-
literally just pandering to
We're making those.
old
You can
people.
get one for like $80. With the whole stack of film, you can get it in any color you want. There's a white and blue model, a black model, a white and orange model, a white model, a white and okay, so there's a lot of white. But white and red, white and green, white and yellow, whatever color you want.
Well said.
Can you get it in I don't know, just yellow? I want just a puke yellow.
Puke yellow what?
But there's a bunch of
Bright
white-
yellow to go with my animatronic dog.
Yeah, that's a good point. Can you get one for Spot?
Sure, why not? I think they could probably figure that out.
Spot the dog looks like a school bus.
Yeah, I give this a thumbs down. This is weird. I don't see why anybody would want to use this.
I might want to use it if it had an ARM processor.
I doubt it, and it probably does.
Ah,
Thumbs up then. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up for printing your
1,000
pictures off your
times
phone
over.
one at a time, more expensive than any other way on the planet. Love it.
And low resolution.
Yeah, I like how it just scans the image from your screen, so it's got to be the worst image possible it's printing.
Well,
All
yeah.
right.
Instead of scanning it from your screen, just download the app, load your picture to the app, send it to the Bluetooth device, and only put the printer on there. Don't
Yeah,
have that extra tower.
That'd be way too easy. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna move on to our Elon Musk pitches for the week. I think
Brian is the target audience.
Brian is the target audience.
Move this photo from here to a Polaroid. You just set your phone down on this tab.
Yes, I am the target audience. Although
Elon,
it does seem
I want
quite
to mail this. I
complicated.
want to mail this picture to my grandchildren, and you put your phone in an envelope and mail your phone.
You guys laugh, but that happened one time.
Oh,
Elon.
that's awesome.
Can you please buy Polaroid so they don't put out shit like that?
That's a good pitch.
See,
We've
That's
never
not
just
bad.
asked him to buy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I
you're the
take
first person to just be
tracing-
like, "Hey, can you just buy this
To prevent them from
and
doing
run
stupid
it differently?"
I never thought about mailing my phone to people. I just take tracing paper and lay it over the picture and then kind of sketch it out and send that.
stuff. I usually just put my phone on my scanner and I just hit scan.
There you go. Copy.
Dope.
It's black and white. You get the picture.
Oh my gosh. Blaine, that's actually happened.
Somehow I don't doubt that.
I've had
Yeah, you know
people
what?
put their laptop screens on a scanner.
I give it a
Just
thumbs up to prevent him from doing more stupid stuff. I think he could buy them. He could probably
Yeah.
like turn it into like a space camera or something like that.
Automatically have a picture of the stars.
All right, who else has a pitch for Mr. Musk?
Mm,
You know, I ran into a case today. Here's my pitch for him: is that you know when you're getting your roads, fuck, I already had a pitch about roads. So when you're having your roads redone, if he hasn't come out with his single vehicle that like does all road repair all in one stop as you just drive over it, what he should come up with is a way for you to like park your car on, I'm gonna say a hoverboard, and it like moves your car across the areas that are being constructed on, so you don't have to drive on it, and it still takes you to your house.
That's nice.
What
So
about his underground roads that he's like building?
There's still roads. You
There's
still
still
have to-
roads.
well,
yeah, they still get resurfaced. That'd be even worse because I can't drive around a tunnel.
Sure you can. You can drive around the tunnel.
good one.
I can't do this thing that I literally just described how I would do it.
All right, I'm gonna call it the hoverboard for your car.
You had me at hoverboard. Thumbs up.
Yeah, definitely.
Does it work off of Earth's magnetic?
You know, I don't care. He can figure that one out.
I bet it would run on ARM processors though.
Powered by ARM. I got it.
Yeah, that way it can be super fast and have a long battery life.
You know, battery life's important. It's got to be able to carry me all the way across. I don't want to stop and have my car drop in the middle of the road construction. That wouldn't be good.
Drop.
And not roll. All right. Anybody else? Any?
I don't have one.
I got one.
All right. Let's hear it.
I would like. I've been thinking about this really hard, and I want this from Elon.
An ARM-powered MacBook. Got it.
I want him to come out with leg processors that can totally, run faster than the ARM processors. That's
The
it.
LEG?
The LEG.
The LEG.
Yep.
I want an LEG.
An LEG, not an ARM.
Not an ARM. I want a leg processor that can run faster than the ARM processor. Get it? Uranus? Uranus? Get it?
I do not. Can you please explain this to me?
The leg processor can run faster.
Hey,
Still
Matt.
not getting the joke.
Whatever.
What's up?
That's my pitch. I'm done. I'm out.
Is your refrigerator running?
I don't know. I'd have to check.
Well, if it is, you better go catch it.
It's not always on.
Good try.
Refrigerators have come a long way since the 30s.
It's not always on.
All right, Logan, Matt, you guys got anything you want to pitch this week?
No.
No.
I don't think so, man.
All right. Council's out. With that, we're going to call this council meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We do record this live Tuesday nights on YouTube if you want to join us there. We start at some time in the evenings on Tuesdays. Figure out the time on your own. If you do want to check out all of our past episodes, you can go to CouncilCast.org or search for us on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. If you have a topic you would like the council's decision on, you can email us at councilcast@gmail.com or check with us on Twitter at RealCouncilCast. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.